For this short tutorial, we're going to look at how we can use the stream to add announcements to the class. So for this first example, I'm going to show you how you could add a link to a website or a video or anything that lives on the web to your announcement so that your students can access that content and interact with it. So to get started, pretty simple. Lower right-hand side of the screen, you'll see this little plus, and you click on Create Announcement. From here, you put your announcement in. And so my question is, like, for the entry task, read the article, how are scientists using the past to predict the future? And now I need to link to an article, which I happen to have up here in one of my tabs. So I was searching for this article, and I'm just going to copy the URL. The way I do it is I just click right in the middle of the URL, highlight the whole thing, and then I hold down the Control C, but you could also just right click on it and choose copy. Then I'll go back over to my class. I've copied that URL. I'm going to use this little link button. Click on that button and paste my link in there. Add a link, and I post it. And so now all my students, when they come in, the first thing they're going to do is open their Chromebook, go to our Google Classroom, and they'll see that I have an article waiting for them to read and something to think about while they're reading it. I want to point out one other thing that's kind of cool about Google Classroom is that notice up here, it says all students. I could choose to post this for just some of my students if I wanted to, so I could just select a few if I needed to differentiate that content. The other thing I could do is if I want to make this announcement in one class, but I'm teaching the same class several more times throughout the day, I could hit this drop down and I could select other classes that this announcement would show up in. So I'm going to go ahead and click post. And now there's an announcement for my students to look at and an article for them to read. I'm going to add another announcement, this time attaching a document. So this may be in something that you had them working on. Maybe it's something that was saved to your U Drive or on your desktop, or maybe even in your Google Drive. For this example, I'm going to just show it. How would you put something up there that's saved in your computer? So here's what I do. I go to create an announcement. Please fill out the permission form for a field trip and return it. Okay, so this is something I need my kids to do. They need to fill out a permission form for a field trip and return it ASAP. So how do I find it? Well, a couple ways. This link looks on your computer, browses your local computer or your U Drive. This here is anything you have saved in Google Drive. I'm going to click on the link to show you what it looks like if it was on your computer. So the screen that comes up is it says, okay, drag files here, select files from your computer. I'll just click on select files from my computer. I know that field trip form was saved recently in my downloads, so I'm going to click on it, click open, sort of like you're creating an attachment in a email, and click upload. And now I'll post it. So now my kids have two announcements. One, they got to fill out the field trip permission form, and the other one is an article that I want them to read and be ready to talk about when class enters. Let's just see what it looks like if you're a student in this class. So I'm going to hop over here to my other example where I'm logged in as a student, and if you scroll to the top and update the stream, you can see as a student, there's your field trip permission form. They just click on it, and it launches that form. They can download it from there, print it. If they want to read an article, they just click on the link, and it takes them into that article that I wanted them to read. Simple process. If you have any questions, please let us know.